Hi ninjas, how are you guys doing? It's a girl, I'm Nichwa. Today we're going to be talking about Snakey Part 2, and this is the house break-in Shibobo. Okay, now for some of you that do not know the backstory, I was in Free State, I was married, there was this woman that was my neighbor who stayed in the same complex, and I basically call her Snakey because she is a snake Shibobo. Okay, this woman has an evil heart, and she basically taught me a lot, you guys. She taught me a lot when it comes to trusting people, as far as you can throw them. And also, I had to learn certain stuff. At first she was just basically obsessed with everything that I had, but I didn't know that Mugo was also obsessing with the husband I had at that time. But it's life. That's all I have to say, Shibobo. So basically, you guys, the story time, I'm sure I'm gonna put as a card somewhere, so you guys will go. If you didn't watch that, I think that you should watch that so that you fully understand. The video is like 40 something minutes. I disclosed almost everything. So at this moment, you guys, my ex-husband was back home for the second time. And that was when Ish basically hit the fan, because she was the one that was basically telling him, hey, I'm gonna kill him, I'm gonna do this, hey, he should leave me, hey, he should do this, hey, he should do that. And again, I repeat, I find comfort in knowing that her husband cheats on her almost every day. Her husband is showing her pudra. She is going through the most. But that woman is not happy in that marriage. That man can even bring women into the same house they are renting. So it gives me so much joy, pure joy and comfort to know she's living a miserable life after everything that she did. Okay, so pure joy. So basically, you guys, she or I should go ahead and say this is the moment when I was finding out that she had a secret relationship with my ex, who was my husband at that time. And when I say secret relationship, I'm talking about these two used to meet up, they used to talk, my ex used to even go to her house. So that's why, you guys, I actually said if somebody came out and said these two had like a sexual relationship, I honestly would not be shocked. I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't even refuse. It would just be a thing because of they had a relationship behind my back for the longest time and I didn't know anything about it. So I'd really be like a dumb idiot for me to believe that, if somebody came and said, hey, girl, my heater better not. If somebody came and said, hey girl, there was this and there was that, for me to can be like, oh, that's a lie or whatever, I really honestly wouldn't. And the reason why I'm saying this is because on the live, somebody actually asked, that's the reason why, you guys, I said that if there was a relationship there that had more than them just talking, I would not refuse. So, obviously that's that. So basically, when I found out, obviously, I had a huge fight with her. That was the day, obviously, after I went to talk to her in the morning to say that respect my husband, I respect yours. I have your husband's numbers, but I don't call him, don't call my husband, delete my husband's numbers and whatnot. And basically at that moment, I feel like she knew that, oh my gosh, something is definitely wrong, because she had never seen me act in that manner. Because, sometimes I feel like people take advantage of when they look at you and they see that you're a sweet person. Because I'm a very sweet person, but I'm also a sweet person that don't come wrong. If you wrong me, you guys, legit, it's just, I don't know what happens. But at times, especially to that magnitude, I was hurt, pissed, angry, and all of the above, right? So I had gone to her in the morning to tell her that she should not. Instead of her listening to me, you guys, what she basically did was that she went to my ex's work, and I don't know what is it she wanted to talk to him about, but when she got there, she called him with a different phone. And unfortunately for her, that same day, I was with my ex at lunch, I went to school and I had taken him out and we were sitting in the car. And when I heard it was her voice, child, all hell broke loose. I'm telling you, we shouted and whatever. And then she came to my house with 2 other women. So it was the 3 of them against me. Child, I dealt with all of them and I also chased them out of my house. Then after that day, you guys, if I'm not too mistaken, that happened on a Tuesday. On a Wednesday, she basically had to start bringing my money back because I wanted my money. I had given her almost 50,000 rands, and then my ex had given her 10,000 rands cash, and then she was supposed to also take another 10. So it was a lot of money, you understand? And then she basically had to pay, so she paid my money, all my money back. On the Wednesday, she gave the 10,000. On the Thursday, she gave the other almost 50K. And then on Friday, my ex and I, remember she and I, we had the fight on Tuesday. On Wednesday, my ex's money comes back. On Thursday, my money comes back. On Friday, we drive to Joburg to buy a car, which we bought the Kia. On Saturday, we go back home at night. And when we get there, you guys, the house was broken into. I have a footage. If I can still find it, I will insert it here. Guys, we just came back and our house was broken into. So our 65-inch is gone. Wow. So they even took the router and the brand new router that I had. Wait. Oh, the brand new router is here. So at first, the 50-inch that was here is gone. All my husband's clothes are gone. His cupboard has been cleaned out. My cupboard has also been cleaned out, but my dresses were left. My handbags. Wait. Let me check. My underwears are here. So my camera was also here, my tablet. Yeah. What? They didn't take anything in the cupboards, ne? But why did they... Honey, don't touch everything. Why did they clean out your cupboard completely? With me, the tides and everything has been taken. Wait, let's look at my makeup. My makeup is here. At least my... Oh, the laptops. All the laptops are gone. We had 4 laptops. Oh, they took my external. They even took the charger of my cameras. Wait, the sound bar is also gone. What else was here? Wait, how did they... But the question is, how did they know we were not home? For one night. Your tool. Okay, the tool stuff. But these people actually had their time, love. To remove this screen, to take that one, to take this. And they have to have used a car. They can't have carried by themselves. Do you see? But this is the planned thing. Wait again. No, I'm not going to say, but I have my suspicions. Who's behind all this? But it's okay. We will work, we'll buy more stuff. It's not a problem.
You have insurance?
No, we didn't insure anything here. I'm always home, ne? We've stayed here for over a year. It's only yesterday we left to Joburg to buy that car. And then we come back and all of a sudden, our stuff are gone. How? Who would have known that we were out only, last night? The small camera is gone. Thank God I took my DSLR, yo.
You're not suspect, you're not.
Yeah, that's my suspect because there's just been stuff that have been happening, but I'm telling you. So guys, this is what is actually happening. So now this is something that happened last day, you guys. I remember like there are a lot of people that think, oh no, shares everything. Guys, you guys only see what I want you to see. I only tell you stuff I want you guys to know. This happened and I never even said a single word. Now mind you guys, where we were staying, it was a gated like it was gated, right? You only enter using a remote, like it's remote. It's a remote. I don't know how to call that, but you have to access it obviously using a remote. So if you don't have a remote, you cannot enter, you cannot go out. But for some reason, Snake's husband, you guys, is a police officer. We went to the police and we basically had to get the affidavit that we were going to buy a car because it was the time of lockdown. It was in June, I remember that. And so, you know, when we went back, and then, you know, the place was obviously broken into and stuff like that. You could see that literally these people, you guys, they actually took their time because of the level. Like they took all my ex's clothes that were folded. I think that because they gave the 10,000 rands cash back, you know, thought the money would be in the house, but there was no cent. The money was actually at the bank. Took our screens, everything, just everything, right? Everything costed to about 76,000 rands. Not about, it was 76,000 rands that we counted, but there were certain stuff that we later found out that they were taken, that we were like, oh, okay, so you add on to that, right? So it was a lot more than that. And so honestly, my heart was very painful. Did I know that it was her? Of course. Well, obviously I should go ahead and say that I suspect, but I didn't say her name. So if the shoe fits, wear it, okay? Because someone has to have opened for those people and also opened for them to leave. And the person had to use a bakkie because not even like my SUV can fit all the stuff that were taken, right? And also these people, you guys, they had a key. So the butler was not broken. It was the door that was broken, the lock. So you could definitely see that the person had a key. The person that used to stay in that unit that I was staying in is Snake's friend, who owns a bakkie. The case didn't go anywhere. When I tell you guys that that area where I was at in Free State, obviously Snake's husband is a police officer. So, you know, the case really didn't go anywhere. They came, they said they're taking fingerprints. They said they will call whatever. It's been over a year now. I've not heard anything. My stuff are gone. Obviously, I've relocated. I've bought new stuff. I'm fine. But all in all I'm going to say is that I knew that my heart was just painful that I was an idiot. So you guys actually need to also be very careful. If Snakey was not close enough to me to see my household and see the strength or weakness of my ex-husband, she would not have dared done that. People will not steal. Understand this? People will not steal from you unless you give them access. In order for someone to steal, they need your movements. They need your schedule. They need to know when you're around. And it's always the people you think are the closest to you that actually do those stuff. Guys, the most painful part about it is that most of your friends hate you. They cannot stand your side, but they're your friends, right? And that's the most scariest part in this world, you guys. Some people are actually with you because they're actually just waiting and looking for an opportunity to stab you in the back. And I did see someone actually say that the biggest pain of being stabbed in the back is not the stab. It's actually when you turn around and look at who's holding the knife. And it is the most craziest thing. She knew, obviously, because let me tell you something. We had laptops that were under, like in the chest drawer on the other side. You couldn't see them, but obviously because I opened Willy Lily, or Owamie opened her home, she knew exactly where everything was. She knew even the card that would have to be used to take the stuff would be which one. And she knew obviously that my guest bedroom doesn't have any valuables. That guest bedroom was not touched. Why would someone not touch the guest bedroom if you were just raiding a house? Because they already knew there's nothing valuable that side. But the bedroom, child, everything, honey, okay? And then the laptops were taken, but all the chargers were left. They took about 5 laptops because remember, my ex was into, like, he did computer science, so he used to fix other people's laptops, and he also had his own, and so they took all of them, but all the chargers were left. The televisions were, the screens were taken, all the remotes were left, and everything was right there. If you are stealing a sound bar and you have got intentions of using it, why would you leave its remote? If you're stealing a television, you have got intentions to use it, why would you leave the remote? I mean, when a thief is stealing, of course they're gonna steal everything because it's there. How can you take a television but then you leave the remote right there? You get a laptop that is plugged, because I remember when I left you guys, the lights were on, and also we made sure that the what do they call this? We made sure that the laptop was actually playing, but even with that sound, they still broke in, knowing damn well that no one is there because they knew our movements. So that's why I'm saying that you need to be very careful. People break in because they know your movements. If it's a matter of they don't know your movements, people are not going to. You understand? That's why sometimes you need to be very careful, you guys. Just keep your stuff with it. And just, I don't know, shame. You try and open up your life to people, and people just want your life. And people be horrible as nobody's business, okay? But after all that, you guys, she used to be a loan shark. I don't know if she's loaning again, which, if that's the case, somebody better call them hawks again. Last time I made a mistake and said the FBI. I've been watching too many American movies. But not even a month after the breaking into my house, the FBI went in and raided her house. Not the FBI, the Hawks. And they took the people's SASA grant cards, and they took the money, and they basically shut down a business. When she tried again, they came again. So she ended up actually losing a lot more than what I had lost. And guys, when I tell you that God works in mysterious ways, They didn't take my lights. They took my small camera. My first camera that I bought got stolen, but that's fine because I've now replaced. I actually bought a vlogging camera, so we're good. But at least my DSLR, I had left with it. My lens was on top of the desk, but because they didn't know what a lens was, they didn't take. So thank goodness when it comes to that. But all I just have to say is that, guys, you need to be very careful of abo snake, because abo snake, it's a lot of them, and you will never believe. These people with their gold fake teeth, yay! These people will show you pudra. You need to be very careful. And honestly, like, I feel like sometimes people don't understand why some certain people choose and decide to just live their lives by themselves. People have seen things. I never ever thought I would ever have a friend again. But, like, Lebo has been like a blessing. And I think that because, like, she has also shown me, not that she even had to prove anything. Mugirl and I were gonna do a video on how we met. You guys will just laugh. And I fully do trust her, yes. Even though I'm saying that don't. Trust people easily, don't. Like, you need to have a viable cause, But guys, I'm telling you, especially people that are in horrible marriages. And when you are married and maybe things your side are going well, guys, loving the wrong man will turn you into a raging queen. It can turn you into a bitter woman. And that's why she's so bitter, because they've cheated on her over and over and over and over. She sees anything happiness, she just rejects. But it's not my fault. I'm not the one that says you should stay and suffer. But you better stay in that marriage and suffer, sissy. Because I know you watch my videos. I'm talking to you. Now I'm out. Ndi happy. Safarisha mtas. Ndasekhaya safa. And uzosofara until tot. Nothing will change. Anyway, my ninjas, I want you guys to go ahead and thumbs up this video and comment down below what you guys think. The fact that my house got broken into like legit 2 or 3 days after she and I had the blowout and whatnot, like, at least the hawks also did their job. Anyway, I love you guys. Do not forget to thumbs up this video and obviously share. And I'll see you guys in my next upload. Bye, ninjas.